traders, a warm welcome. This is Mike Hamilton from Trade Easy Way, and some really interesting charts setting up now. So we have UK interest rates tomorrow and US retail sales on Friday. So here's a trade idea, something that I'm already involved with, just suggesting you might want to pick up on this as well. I have taken out some short contracts on the Euro US dollar at today's highs because we hit key resistance level at today's highs, and so I'm just slightly in profit at the moment. But we've got a reversal bar here under this key level of just under 115. Okay, so we poked through to 116, sold off by a couple hundred points, and the first half of this week we have just been sort of pushing into that zone, so I chose to sell at today's highs. And so plenty of time, because I'm only a few ticks off of the entry point at the moment. So let's just see if that will come to the daily chart in a minute. But that's the way I'm looking at it. We've struggled to get up here. We're at the top of the channel. We've rejected the top of channel with last week's 200 pip lower close, and so I'm just shorting into this little rally that we had today midweek. If you look at the daily chart, you can see how this fib level up here at 114.36, 114.40 area, which is where I shorted, has sold. And so what I'm looking for is a potential shoulder, head, shoulder. So obviously we need to start breaking down here, and then so I'm anticipating with UK rates tomorrow, highly unlikely they're going to increase rates at this particular stage, although my personal view is we are inching towards a rate rise. I think we need a rate rise in the US first, and then that will trigger a follow-on effect in the UK. If we do get a referendum vote which takes us out of Europe, then that opens up all sorts of opportunities for the pound. So we'll talk about that nearer the time. That's still some weeks off yet. So anyway, I'm short this one here. So any test, you can see over here in April, it took from April the 1st took nearly 2 weeks to sell here. So let me take this channel line off. In fact, let me take everything off at the moment. Let's take this all back. So you can see we just narrowly held on to the 20 EMA yesterday, closed above it today, but the chart pattern I'm looking at now is actually that's a little bit too far away to bother us at the moment. So let's do a more recent one. There's the most recent low. That's the most recent retest of the lows. So we've come in and bumped into this support, held, got a bit of a bounce on the back of this. Now we're close to the top of the apex, not actually at the top of the apex, and so I'm just taking the opportunity to short a weekly pivot, hoping that tomorrow we can start to close lower and potentially even roll over and break those lows. Okay, so I'm going to keep that chart pattern up. So that's my first idea. The second idea is this. I missed this, a little bit too slow off the mark to see the sell signal coming today. But well done if you took it, because it's a smart move. Didn't quite hit that resistance level, but we are unstable up here. And again, we're just sitting in that apex at the moment. So if we drop out of this, then we can roll over. If you look at the Elliott wave, so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So if wave 5 is going to take us, and we start breaking down here, then wave 5 could come all the way up. If we bump into this trend line and hold, then we could potentially even break out through 18,000. The last time we did this was in December. We saw a similar pattern here where we crashed into that trend line, and then we had this pattern here, and then we rolled out over that. So this is looking very, very similar here. So this November-December pattern is looking at the moment very, very similar to this April-May pattern. So we've got all to play for in this situation. An ideal scenario for me would be to just poke our head above the 18,000, and then short. That gives us an opportunity to short into the rally, any kind of rally up there. Okay, so tricky day, tricky week so far. We've got this hammer-like bar here, which we are still hanging on to from Friday's non-farm payroll, but we are just shuffling sideways at the moment with the potential for that to roll over, but we'll get a decision very soon. Alright, hope that helps, and I will be issuing details of the new service. I'm just backing off until I'm happy that everything's right with that, because it's going to be, once I commit to the new service, I want to make sure that I can deliver to you and properly. So hold tight, and we'll talk about that as the week unfolds. Thanks very much for listening, and see you soon.